Hello everyone and welcome to Trivela Talks. My name is Sudhanshu. I'm joined by Tejas, Adarsh and Dhruv. We are a group of friends who are avid football fans. Today we'll be talking about the EPL 2020-2021 season. We'll be giving our predictions, top six, Champions League spots, which teams are going to be disappointments, which players are going to shine, and so on. Do let us know what are your predictions for the season. That would be very interesting to read. We'll be starting with Adarsh. Adarsh, your top six predictions.
For me, Man City will win the league. Okay, because they are not stopping on signing players, and now I think they will sign Koulibaly, and that will be the biggest, biggest what will we call biggest milestone that they will set to their defense, and then they'll win the league. So Man City first, and then second, of course, my beloved Chelsea. Uh, because of the transfers, like we have had so many transfers, but we will lack some kind of uh that inter teammate communication, I would say, because it takes time. Okay, because now you see Salah, Mane, Firmino, they have been playing in Liverpool for a long time, but then that phase took different turns because of that experience which they gained. So I think it will take time for Chelsea to settle down, but then still they will get second. And then Arsenal will be third because I think uh, Arsenal's manager is gonna do something crazy, and I think that will shock the Premier League. So Arsenal will be third, and Liverpool fourth, of course, because they would be predictable right now after the so many couple of losses. So they will be predictable, and it will be difficult for them. Man United fifth. I don't know. There's something about Man United, which does not sums up the scenario. They go on a streak sometimes, and then they go on a bad streak sometimes. Good streak, bad streak. So with that, I think Man United will go fifth, and Wolves will be sixth because Wolves look pretty strong. But then I'm afraid if injuries happen, then Wolves might go a bit low because they have a very limited squad, even though they have good signings. And I'm waiting to see how that 18-year-old guy from Portugal, I don't know his name, but then I hope he's pretty good. Yeah.
Hmm. All right, all right, all right. Tejas, your top six.
Um, City winning the league. I'll go with City winning the league because in the past recent years there hasn't been a time wherein City have lost the league by this big a margin and also have underperformed like they did last season. So Pep probably is going to make sure that they get the league this time. So City winning the league. Again, as others said, Chelsea may have some chemistry related problems with their team. So Chelsea will definitely get into a European spot with the team they have.
I
But
you you're saying that Chelsea has chemistry related problems, but who do you think out of the Chelsea signings is the one that will shine, according to you?
According to me, Chelsea have had bad spells at the back with their defense. So getting in someone like Thiago Silva would really be an improvement. They have a lot of flair up in the field, but I guess where their game would be defined would be at the back, and I guess Thiago Silva would become the main man for them this season. Uh, Chelsea for me would finish on the third or fourth position. I don't see them being the winners or runner-up. The runner-up would be Liverpool. Even though they are predictable, even though the league has seen a lot of them, but they are still there. And last season already shows us what gap has to be closed by all other teams to reach them. So first with City, second with Liverpool, third with Chelsea, and fourth is Man United. Uh, Man United haven't made a lot of signings. They have gotten Van de Beek, but I guess they have managed to hold on to a very good squad. Even though they lost on Jadon Sancho, they still have a good squad to go into the season. But it will all depend on Ole's tactics. Like others said, they go on a winning spree or a losing spree. If they can maintain some consistency, then they probably will finish in the Champions League position. For fifth and sixth, I'm not very sure, but I have three contenders. I'll like to have Arsenal and Spurs there, but I think Leicester might just be there. Like they probably might not lose out on a European spot. They might probably finish in the fifth and sixth position. So I'll go with Spurs and Leicester finishing in the fifth and sixth. Probably Arsenal following them.
All right, all right. Dhruv, top six?
Okay, so before saying the top six, I'll say that we're recording this on 8th September. So a lot of time
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
transfers is left. So okay, so first of all, I'll start from six. Unpopular opinion: Man United at sixth, uh, because they have only signed Van de Beek. Although there are a lot of transfers in the pipeline, Reguilon, maybe Sancho, if they want to be ambitious. So these transfers can happen throughout the remaining part of the window. But right now, all they've done is sign Van de Beek. First of all, I don't know how they are going to accommodate Van de Beek, Bruno Fernandes, and Pogba in the midfield, other than playing a diamond. Uh, and I don't see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer trying to play the diamond. I think it's too risky, no? Too risky to play for him. That So I'll go for United sixth. I'll go for Arsenal fifth. Although Arteta project and a lot of Arsenal fans, including one here, is very bullish about the Arteta project, but I think there'll be a very tight toss-up between fourth and fifth, and I just see Arsenal missing out on fourth place and Champions League position and finishing on fifth. They've signed Saliba. Saliba has come back from loan. Gabriel. So there's a lot of new recruitment in defense who players who can't really speak English. So I think that's a big issue right now for Arsenal. They've also signed Willian. I don't know if he has the capabilities or the maybe the skill to get into that front three of Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Pepe. We'll see about that. So Arsenal finishing fifth. I'll go for Spurs fourth. This will be classic Jose Mourinho second season, very stable before the third season implosion. They've signed Doherty, Hoiberg, classic experienced players, Premier League cultivated players. Jose will exploit the same team. On paper, they've got a really good midfield and attack. If Harry Kane stays fit, I don't see them dropping out of fourth place. Classic Jose Mourinho team this season. I'll go for Liverpool third. Again, a very unpopular opinion. Given that this season is going to be very crammed up because of how late it has started, a lot of success will depend upon how deep your squad is. And I don't think Liverpool have more than 15 player squad who can genuinely start Champions League games or high profile Premier League games. So I don't see them sustaining. Maybe they can because Liverpool have always been very industrious. Maybe they can. Again, it would be a very tight toss-up between second and third. So, but I see Liverpool finishing third. I see Chelsea finishing second because of all the signings they have made. Although they'll take time to gel up, but I think they'll get into a very good stride and hit momentum very in the middle of the season, and they'll carry on that momentum very far because a lot of their players will come in late because of injuries or staying in quarantine. So Silva, Chilwell, these guys will come in late, and that will change the whole dynamic of the team dramatically. We'll go with City winning the league, first place. Pep Guardiola must be really pissed off because he lost on the league very badly last season with the signings of Ake, Torres, and maybe Koulibaly. That is defending set for the next 2 3 years at least. So also they've replaced Sane now with Ferran Torres. I don't see them losing the league this time. They'll score a lot of goals.
My top six would be City winning the league. I think obviously Pep Guardiola again has a lot to prove. This is uh, because there's been a lot of debate that when he was at Barcelona, he had one of the best teams in the world. He moved to Bayern, he had one of the best teams in the world at his disposal. He had a lot of money too. But the problem is he he quit the clubs when they were in a slump. He quit Bayern when they could not win stuff. So now that he is at City, I think this is his season to prove. And if he can't prove, then I think he'll be out of job by the end of this season, and I don't think he would want to be. So I think City win the league. I think Liverpool comes second. Whether I like it or not, or whether we like it or not, Liverpool is a good team, and they do get results. I mean, even on their worst days, they'll play Joe Gomez instead of Virgil van Dijk or something like that, and they'll still get a clean sheet. They'll still get results. They're a team that don't give up. They're that kind of team, and I think they'll still get results. So second for them. I'm going to go optimistic. Arsenal third, but yeah, I mean, again, a lot of it depends if we get Partey or if we get or uh, until the end of October. I think third is a good. What do you say? Third would be a good position, but again, yeah, uh, until October 31st, nothing can be said. I think Arsenal will finish third because the project is good, yes, but also he has started becoming demanding of the players, and the players are starting to respond to the coach, which is extremely important, which we have seen with Chelsea too, with Frank Lampard coming in. Players are responding to the coach, and that is extremely important. And that is one reason why I put United uh, really I think at the fifth place. Yeah, I put United at the fifth place. Chelsea is fourth. I'm going optimistic here. Arsenal above Chelsea. Chelsea, I would say, is one of those teams which could even potentially win the title. Chelsea could go on and win the title. You can never say, because they have good depth in their squad, and again, players responding to the manager is really important. United fifth. It's just they have good players. They have a really, really good team. It's just they don't seem to have a project at the moment. They just seem to, they just seem to be, they just seem to be managing team game by game, game wise. If you're winning this game, then they'll sing songs for Ole. If they lose, then they'll abuse him. It's like that. They just don't seem to have a project. They're just even when they went behind Jadon Sancho, it's difficult to see how to fit Jadon Sancho in this team. It's just they're going behind players which sometimes do not make sense, and yeah, they're I don't think they're spending money wisely if they do go behind Jadon Sancho and get him before October 31st. And then I think Tottenham finishes sixth. I mean, I would want them to be relegated, but again, it's okay. They have Jose Mourinho. They have a fairly better team than the rest 13, 14 teams. So yeah, these were our top six predictions. We'll now discuss relegations. Who do we think are going to be relegated and not going to come back for the 2021-2022 season? Adarsh, your predictions?
For me, it would be Aston Villa definitely, and West Ham also, because Chelsea का तो वही 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 मारता है पता नहीं क्यों. So I don't want Chelsea to concede goals. And yeah, I want West Ham to go away. And it will be a close fight between, Brighton, Fulham, and West Brom. I think any of these three can get relegated. Yeah.
All right. Tejas?
Uh, in the promoted teams, West Brom and Leeds are going to stay. I do think they have a squad that will help them stay in the Premier League. So Fulham, which is the third team just promoted, would probably be in the relegation zone for me. Apart from that, it has to be Aston Villa, and it also has to be Brighton. So the thing with Aston Villa is they only rely on Grealish. There's a lack of everything in that team. They probably don't have a very good keeper as well at the moment. So Aston Villa, I don't think they'll be able to survive this season, provided how good the teams have become in the transfer market. And Brighton, solely because what kept Brighton up in the race last season was them drawing a lot of fixtures. Brighton won the same number of games as Aston Villa did. In fact, West Ham and all won a lot more games than Brighton did. Uh, but Brighton drew a lot of fixtures, and I think that's a very big risk. Like the games can turn in 1 minute. You might go 1-0 down at the 90th minute, and with about 15 losses last season, it doesn't seem very hard enough to beat Brighton, provided all the teams have been getting better so far. So I'll say Brighton, Aston Villa, and Fulham go down.
All right. Dhruv?
I'll go with 20th place Fulham. I just don't see any way they stay up. They've been going up, down to the championship, back to the Premier League all the time. They've signed three, four players, but they're not really, very light up the Premier League kind of signings. They have Hector, who was a Chelsea player, so that has stabilized their defense a bit in the championship. I don't know how he'll perform in the Premier League. I'll go with Aston Villa at 19th place. As they just said, a lot of reliance on Grealish. They don't really have any creative output other than the guy. They are probably going to announce Ollie Watkins from Brentford for 20 something million pounds, which is a huge signing, a huge uh, price to pay for a striker from the championship, such as Ollie Watkins. Maybe that can, push them out of the relegation battle. We'll see about that. But I have got them on 19th place. I'll go for West Ham at 18th. They probably I would have gone for West Ham if I wanted to at 20th place. I just don't see them having any spark left with Declan Rice having so many Chelsea rumors or otherwise. They've not recruited anyone. They let Diangana go. They're looking for very they're looking very stringent in financial terms. They have to sell a lot. A lot of movement will be in the transfer window for them, but I just don't see them having a very decent season all in all. So I'll go with West Ham, Villa, and Fulham going down.
All right.
Also, I think you guys are very wrong about Brighton. Brighton have got Ben White in defense. They've uh, strengthened up their defense a lot. Matt Ryan is a Superman. I'll say Matt Ryan is the best goalkeeper in the league.
यहाँ फटेगा comment section. All right. Um, I think I would go with Fulham, West Brom, and Aston Villa. Aston Villa, for obvious reasons, uh, they just don't seem to be. They're neck deep in water at the moment. They're just scraping along game by game, and well, if they do stay up, I think it would be good for the Premier League. If they do actually stay up, they're a massive club, but I just don't see them staying up. West Brom and Fulham because again, Premier League is a very difficult league. You can't just come up from the championship and stay up if you don't invest in your squad, if you don't have the best tactics and the best people around you. And this is where I think Leeds is at an advantage because they have a really good manager. Uh, so yeah, I think Fulham, West Brom, and Aston Villa for me are going to relegation. All right. So these were our predictions for the 2020-2021 EPL season. Like we said before, do let us know in the comments below what are your predictions. Um, do check our website, thebeautifulgame.in, and our Instagram, Twitter pages too. We post regular football content, articles, videos, podcasts like these. Do check it out, check us out, and let us know what you think about it.